Welcome back to Our Media Sports, and I'm your host Mercy with my co-host Courage. As we were discussing before the interruption, we were talking about FIFA Club World Cup. You know, the next games, what is up next in the world of football, and specifically FIFA Club World Cup. We were discussing the upcoming games. We looked at, we looked at few predictions for clubs such as Palmeiras, Chelsea, the games between Palmeiras and Chelsea, Fluminense and Al Hilal. And I think on the last topic of discussion, we were talking about PSG, Bayern Munich. Now I want to get your prediction for that particular game. What do you think the scoreline is going to be? Courage, please tell us what you think your perfect scoreline is going to be for the game between PSG.
It should be a very handicapped PSG.
Yeah.
European champions. Bayern. I think Bayern needs this much more than PSG. It's a very tough one, but then I go for Bayern win. Bayern Munich win. Yes. A narrow win. 2-1, 1-0 for Bayern Munich.
We're talking about the champions of Europe.
I know, right? I know.
Have you seen PSG's current form?
Yes. I've watched almost all of their matches in this particular tournament. But I just have this feeling that Bayern Munich will come out victorious on that particular day.
What makes you pitch Bayern Munich?
The hunger, the desire and everything. You see, PSG has won it. They've won the Champions League. They are what they've been longing for in their history.
This is actually the first time.
Yes. And then they conquered the whole of France. They won every single trophy in France.
Yes.
The league, the Coupe de France, everything.
All their local champions.
So even
they literally won it all.
Even though like there's still that firepower in them, I feel Bayern Munich are more determined. Like they need to get something, especially with their coach, who has come under a lot of pressure in recent weeks because he failed to win the German Bundesliga. He didn't win any trophy. So yes, he will just strive and then he want to win this particular Club World Cup to consolidate the fans and then instill some bits of confidence in
this game.
Yes,
this game I will particularly look out for. I will be streaming and commenting. We're having live commentaries of all these games with you. You can join in the live sessions when the game starts. The kickoff, the first game starts on Saturday. And up until the rest of the games are played, we'll bring you the live commentary, as we watch along and discuss, so that you can also have a feel of the whole tournament. If you say that Bayern is going to win up against PSG, I don't know, but my special prediction here says that 3-2 against Bayern.
Okay, means it will produce a lot of goals.
Yes.
That's 5 goals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it's going to be a tough match, but specifically because of who the teams are. These are two European giants we are talking about. One has a lot to prove. One would like to maintain their kingship, their standard. I think PSG would also like to maintain their form. Don't you think?
I know very well, but then
they can't come this far and lose out on such a tournament.
But Bayern is way bigger than PSG, so if they lose to Bayern, there's no news. Maybe it's just based on current form. Current form, yes.
Lionel Messi mentioned that PSG is currently the best team in the world. And people don't seem to understand it, but I think football
because conquering Europe is equivalent to conquering the world.
And they didn't just conquer Europe; it's what we forget to remember. They conquered literally. They did everything.
Yes.
Even their local, their local leagues.
They swapped all the cups.
Literally. Yes. So, tough match. Let's see how it's going to be. I want to see your predictions in the comment section below. So drop them. And moving on, for the last game of the quarter-final stages, we have Real Madrid and then Borussia
Dortmund.
Another tough game.
Yes,
another top
very big one. This is a replica of 2023 Champions League final.
Okay.
Yes, PSG were unlucky on the day. Madrid carried the day.
Okay, here. Let's say, there's a development that has come up where Job, who is Jude's brother, cannot compete. I think during the start of the season, after Job's transfer to Dortmund, there were speculations that they could meet, and true to that,
yes,
both of their teams
too soon.
are going to very soon. Like this is his first season in Dortmund.
It's just unfortunate it only happened because of crowd accumulation.
Exactly. It would have been a very fun game.
Yes, very interesting one.
Yes,
see brothers from same home come to
literally
at each
like
other.
Blood brothers.
Yes,
playing in.
If you don't take time, you think Job is Jude and then Jude is Job. They resemble each other very, 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 very well.
I think you can determine them by their style of play.
Are you sure?
Yes,
they have the same physique, same stature.
But come on, they will not be in the same shirt. So I mean,
you got that right.
Yeah, they will not be in the same shirt. So it would be quite easy to identify who is who. And what do you think is your prediction for that particular match?
I think as a connoisseur of the game, it's quite an easy prediction. Though this is football is full of uncertainties, and then there have been shocks and then surprises in this particular tournament. But then I still think Real Madrid will brush aside Dortmund because of the caliber of players and then what they want to achieve so far. Xabi Alonso just came in with a very new style, trying to blend his team, trying to get the telepathy together, trying to get a certain identity. He's trying to build something, form something very new, something very effective. So he will want to prove a point that trust the process, trust my club, trust whatever I'm doing. I have something in stock for you for the upcoming season. So let me begin by showing you this for the first time.
Yes, a lot to prove.
So yes, so and then Dortmund, though yes, they are up there with the big guys. They are players like Guras, who is in an insane form. But on the other side, there is a certain player they brought from academy level who is also scoring day in and out.
Yes, he's in the list
of the top goal scorers
of this tournament.
Yes. So you see, it will be a very nice game to watch, entertaining game. They have similar style, like both of them don't. Sorry, they are both direct teams. They want to score goals. So
yes,
I foresee a 3-1, 3-2 scoreline in favor of Real Madrid.
Okay.
Yes.
So Courage is tipping Real Madrid for the last game of the quarterfinal stage, which is Real Madrid to proceed to the next stage of the competition. I also want to hear from you what your predictions are going to be for that particular game. Now, moving on from quarterfinal predictions and all of that, I want to hear from you what you think the best. Who are some of the name your 5? Okay, the 5 top players of this tournament. You can, from different clubs and all that.
Wow.
What are your 5 top players?
Wow. Top 5. That's a lot.
Top 5 in this tournament.
In arrangement order or no arrangement?
Yes, in order of number 1. Who
so definitely number one so far. The player I've been most impressed of, very, very, very much impressed of, is Vitinha of PSG. He's been immense. He's been very, very. Lost of adjectives. I've lost adjectives to describe him.
Yes.
He's an unbelievable player.
True.
Yeah, so Vitinha number 1, and then Pedro Neto of Chelsea. He scored 3 in 3 matches.
True.
Come on, I didn't expect that. So he has the firepower now. He's doing very, very well.
True.
And then that Real Madrid kid.
Yeah.
Gonzalez is somehow. I was watching his interview where he says he draws inspiration from Cristiano Ronaldo. And then he does his idol. He just wants to score goals. So yes, he's the number 3 on my list. And then Kvaratskhelia. Come on.
Okay.
What a player. He's been a force for that PSG team.
Yeah, PSG.
Yes.
So we have 2 of your favorites.
Yes, from
so
PSG.
far from PSG.
And then Yassine Bonu.
Okay.
The best player for me in the round of 16 games.
Okay.
Come on. He was the barrier between Al Hilal and then Manchester City.
True.
He literally stopped 10 balls from entering the net. He made 10 saves, 10 top class, world class saves. That was very, very unreal. And then I remember one picture where he managed to stop that was Savinho, one of the stops. He was very, 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 very on top of his game, especially in that match against Man City. Okay. So Yassine Bonu gets a shout out in the top 5. These are my very, very top players and then highly rated players so far in this particular tournament.
So we have Vitinha.
Yeah, Vitinha.
We have who else?
I mentioned Vitinha.
Yeah.
I mentioned the Real Madrid Gonzalo guy.
Gonzalo is number 3.
Number 3. So I mentioned Vitinha.
Yeah. Number 2 is who I'm kind of forgetting.
I forgot who I mentioned
Okay.
up there, but
okay, it's fine.
yes.
I think the viewers have
they'll
caught
know
what you were trying to say, and we know there's a lot of there's different teams in this mix right now. There's even Saudi in the mix.
Yes.
So I think away from top 5, which teams have performed poorly?
Very poorly.
Like so far, which teams did you think they had more to give, but they didn't just put the right foot forward?
If we're talking of from the start to the end, then I'll mention another team. But this particular round of 16 matches, then I should say there are a couple of teams, but I don't want to go so hard on certain teams because we literally don't expect them to do that much. You see. But this is
a big tournament.
It's Manchester City for me.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, this is a big tournament.
Because for the kind of squad you have, you just bought Nuri, Cherky, Reinders.
For Manchester City, I really don't. I think they were a bit relaxed because going into the tournament, their coach wasn't thrilled. He wasn't so thrilled about this whole tournament.
But then they were rotating squad and doing very well.
I think he wasn't thrilled about it, and he took it more like pre-season training sort of. He wasn't really. I don't think Pep was really thrilled about this tournament because if he was,
but he played all his quality players, his best players. Rodri is back.
But you can play the quality players and your interest level can still be like it's really not there. I get what you mean. Like looking at Bayern, they have something to prove. They want to make a point.
Yes.
And looking at the season that Manchester City has had in the past 2-3 seasons, it's not been great.
Yes.
So I don't think they were even trying to see themselves go past the round of 16.
But meeting a club like Al Hilal and failing to beat them is a very, very big statement.
Well,
because you should be beating Al Hilal.
I think that match was a very beautiful game.
Yes, goals.
The goals
Yes.
kept flowing.
You blink an eye, you miss a goal.
The goals just kept flowing.
Yes.
It was like you lead the counter, lead the counter.
Yes.
And that reminds me again of that there was this Champions League game. I think Inter and Barcelona.
Yes. And then 4-4.
Exactly.
Yes.
It reminds me very much.
Goals.
Exactly. So many goals. And I was shocked that they could not counter that last goal.
Yes, I was also shocked.
I was very shocked they could not counter that last goal.
Nobody expected Al Hilal to go past
the pace
Real
was
Madrid.
set.
Yes.
The pace was set. They could have just kept it
running. But City were just disappointing on the day. They scored 3 goals. That was easy. But then how did they manage to concede 4 goals?
So you see this guy, Ellen, he was changed. He was substituted.
Yes. But they had equally good strikers. Like they brought on Omar Mamouche. Mamouche was part of the most
Pep Guardiola
last season.
Right. Pep Guardiola. He does not prioritize a lot of players for for games, for goal scoring. So when there's one particular person that he counts on for that type of thing, I think they didn't expect the latter goals to come. That's why they made that substitution.
Yes.
And it came back to bite them. It came back to bite them. So Manchester City, for you, do you have any other people you'd like to add in the mix?
Teams that disappointed. FC Porto are one of these teams. They disappointed in the very, very early stages.
They should have been one of the Portuguese teams that went very far.
Yes.
True.
And then Juventus, they started very, very, very well, but then got knocked out by Real Madrid.
True.
I think they should have done better.
Yeah, they really should have.
Yes, they started very, very, very well. They just brushing aside all the teams until they met Real Madrid and then things turned up.
Yes. Kolo Muani, I think he caused them that loss yesterday. Yes,
I read a comment that someone said, can they sign a petition to ban him from football?
Yes, I think he caused them that loss because he missed the very first clear chance. And I think that changed the whole game. So that's the story for Juventus, unfortunately. Also, I think we are done with Club World Cup games and then talks. I want to hear from you your predictions. What do you think is how the game is going to be in the next few days? What are your predictions? Who do you think is going to get the ultimate FIFA Club World Cup championship? Who do you think is going to win that prestigious cup? And again, if you haven't seen the cup is a very beautiful cup.
Yes, of course.
It is so beautiful.
There's a lot of money involved.
There's a lot of money. If you haven't checked it out, you can check on our platform and see how exquisite the cap looks like, and you can see for yourself. After seeing the cap, you can predict who you think deserves it, and we'll be sure to read and engage with you. Also, moving on from all of that, I think let's dive into some transfer news. Joao Pedro joins Chelsea.
The kid from Brazil.
Yes.
Rio de Janeiro. He had a dream moving from Brazil to Europe and stuff. So he last featured for Watford in the Premier League, and then he joined Brighton from Watford.
Yes.
As a developing player. He established his stay with the Brighton team, became their marksman in terms of goal scoring, and then very quick like that, Chelsea are cashing out for him. It's a very good move for the player.
Yeah.
And then how about the club, Chelsea? Do they need him? You put him on a scale with certain Jackson, and then Liam Delap, the child they just signed recently. The three of them.
Chelsea. Chelsea.
What's the density?
Why?
With them? You see.
What is Chelsea's game plan when it comes to signing players?
Recruitment.
We are still not understanding.
Yes, you don't see any direction. You don't see any plan.
It looks like a business they are running. Cause
even if it's business,
you
are they not losing? You
can see other clubs end up signing all these, Chelsea players. Other clubs end up buying. They keep buying and then reselling. I don't know what the game plan is for Chelsea. Please, are you running a recruitment
and then they quickly
agency?
registered him in the Club World Cup, and then he's in camp.
Exactly.
I saw him training today.
And
so meaning he'll feature in the next game.
Is it that Jesus has so much access to fans?
That same game, Jackson was serving a yellow card, so he's back. So he win the mist. Liam Delap, who has played in the absence of Jackson, the new striker they also signed. He's also in the mist. And then there's a certain Cuckoo already there, McGill already there. Plus this addition, Joao Pedro. So making it 5 strikers. 5 number 9.
What is their normal formation on a day? What is their normal?
They play only one striker. Chelsea usually plays.
I just wanted the contrast to be clear.
Usually play 4-3-3.
Most of these signings that Chelsea has engaged in the past few years, it's almost useless. It's like, what is the way? Like, why? I want to find out from Chelsea fans. Please comment below. Explain to us why your club keeps buying all these excess players that they don't have need for. I want to hear from you what the reason is. Maybe there's an ulterior motive that we all don't know.
Yes.
Because spending like £60 million on
an average player,
exactly,
very very average player,
exactly,
player who has not scored 10 goals in a season. Come on.
When you have
Brighton,
about 4 different duplicates of that same quality
player in your team,
even more in your team,
higher upgrade in your team.
Chelsea, I'm very interested. And moving away from Chelsea and their plenty signing wahala, Spurs, they've also made a request for Mohamed Kudus, £50 million.
For a Ghanaian, that would have been okay, but then a player of a caliber of Kudus, second of the star boy, Mohamed Kudus, is the biggest thing on the Ghanaian market right now. Yes, he's the star of Africa, he's the black star of Ghana. 50 million. I don't think West Ham will ever accept that. For Mohamed Kudus. There's a price tag. Say 85 million.
85 million.
Yes, for tag. English teams, and 120.
The first bidding is
50. Come on, they say they want 20 for Saudi clubs. So you are looking above 100 million from Saudi clubs, and then 85. So at least send some 70, let's say, is tempting.
Right.
But 50 is a disrespect, not only to the club but then also the player. But look at what Kudus have been able to achieve. Right from Ajax, his first season with West Ham, second season, he's done very, very well. He's done better than most of these Spurs forwards. If I'm not being exaggerating, he's been done better than all of them. Because we saw how much they bought Richarlison. What did they yield into?
Yeah, true.
We saw how much they paid for this English guy, former Chelsea player. What's his name? The one who was playing for Southampton some time ago. Dominic Solanke.
Okay.
From Bournemouth. What has he achieved? The fact that they managed to secure a spot in Europe by winning the Europa League doesn't mean you should go around just throwing certain cheap coins in front of players that should come and join you.
This is a warning to Tottenham Hotspurs. Don't go through cheap coins.
You see, so they should do better. They should do better because
true.
they are not the only team chasing after Kudus' signature. Yes, we've heard rumors that Chelsea has also gone there, but the Chelsea are looking forward to ship someone out.
Chelsea.
Yes, it will make a lot of sense. Looking forward to ship someone out.
But would he stand out at Chelsea? I
believe so, strongly so. He will do better than most of these average players in Chelsea.
Will he get the play time?
If he gets 10 minutes, the next match he'll play 90 minutes. He just need 10 minutes to showcase what he has.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tottenham Kudus is a big disrespect.
Yes, 50 million, that's too cheap. Come on.
I do understand. Yes. I do understand. Looking at a player of Kudus' caliber, he's done so much.
Yes.
He's done so much for his age.
Yes.
And he's still very young.
Very young. Kudus is 24. He's just 24. Yes. He has not even reached peak football. At all. 27, 30.
At all.
Oh, come on.
So yes, Courage thinks that Tottenham should up their price and then come back again, or just leave Kudus, let him be where he is right now. So moving on from Kudus and Tottenham, I think Arsenal has also there's been reports of Arsenal chasing Noni Madueke, and I don't know how true that is. Have you heard?
Yes, I saw that in the tabloids not long ago. I think it started gathering momentum yesterday, and then that was where Kudus was also trending. Noni Madueke, personally, he's my favorite player after Reece James and then Enzo Fernandez in Chelsea. He's my third favorite player. But then
is Chelsea your favorite team?
Yes. Right. But then
I asked because he passionately mentions Reece James, and I'm tempted to ask.
Yes, he's the best right back in the world. You see, Noni Madueke, he's not being consistent enough. He's on fire today, tomorrow he's off. He plays one very good game today, then the subsequent matches he flops. So, but then I still think he needs some time, and then he's still that young and he's still learning. For someone who's getting his way into the English national team, that's a sign of progress on the part of the player and then the team as well. Because the more you get into the national team, the more your value goes up.
Exactly.
So if Madueke moves from Chelsea to Arsenal, it's a retrogression to me. Yes.
Arsenal.
Yes, it's in terms of everything. Arsenal, even though they are doing quite well in the Premier League, have they won it?
Arsenal doesn't seem to progress past. I don't know. Arsenal. Okay.
Last season after they beat Real Madrid.
In retrospect, I think I kind of agree with.
Yes, because
with your point of view.
Yes, because if you're able to clock second on the league for two consecutive seasons, second doesn't guarantee you a medal. Nobody remembers the second position in anything. It's always the first.
Arsenal has been second so many times. We actually do remember them.
But Chelsea has been able to achieve something. At least even just last season they won their Conference League. You see, so it will be a retrogression. And then one thing about Noni Madueke is he's a left-footed player who likes to play on the right flank. But then that's where Arsenal's God, in quotes, God, in the person of Bukayo Saka, that's where he also plays.
Yeah, Saka.
So if he's going to Arsenal, where is he going to play? But he stay in Chelsea, you are still the first choice. So but I'm not sure that he will agree terms with Arsenal with regards to this particular transfer.
Okay.
So it's just rumor for now. It's not been there's not been anything concrete. So let's still treat it as a rumor.
It also says that Eberechi Eze has opened doors to the Ghana.
Yes, very fine boy, very fantastic boy. I started
scouting him. Do you think it's a great move? Do you think they should continue talks and then make progress?
Eberechi Eze walked straight into that Arsenal team. Eberechi Eze, I've watched him for 3 to 4 consecutive seasons, and he's been up there. His only thing is playing for Crystal Palace, relatively very low team.
Yeah.
You see, but when you put Eberechi Eze in Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, he'll fit in perfectly. He has the skill set, like he has everything to strive as a very good player. The only thing he's lacking right now is the lack of quality which is not assured that you get that much quality in a team like Crystal Palace. You only play with the average boys. You see, and then he's also one player who is gradually writing his name permanently in the books of the English national team. For the past couple of call-ups, he's been in there. So you see, yes, he's one of the players, the prospects. But then his age, though, he's not a young guy. He's almost clocking 30. So if at the twilight of your career, if you're able to get into the Arsenal team, at least you can boast of playing for one of the biggest clubs in London, in quotes. So yeah.
True. Okay. I want to hear from you what you think about this transfer news. Do you think Eberechi's move, reported move to Arsenal is in the right direction? Courage seems to disagree with Noni Madueke going to Arsenal and thinks that he should look elsewhere. Do you also agree, or what are your comments on that particular move? And then also looking at a player like Kudus and Tottenham, they are making a request for him with 50 million, whereas his asking price is even 85. Do you think it is something that they should consider? Do you think they should discuss this? Or do you think Tottenham needs to go back, to their writing books, to their financial books, and come back correct? What do you think about the transfer news and the transfer market so far? Which players are you pitching to join your favorite teams in the transfer season? Want to hear from you and want to read your amazing comments. Do you have any other things you'd like to add so far?
In I think football, and then especially in the world of sports, has been very, very busy. So all of us from our media, from directors to producers to editors and everybody, we are working very hard to bringing you up to speed and then detailed in all aspects, especially the Club World Cup. We are the go-to source for every news, especially regarding the Club World Cup and then its developing news. So stick and stay with us, as we promise to feed you always with the best and then filtered and unfiltered news stuff. So follow us on all our social media platforms. If you come across anything of us, hit the comment button. Let's get interactive, share, and then recommend your friends. Tell people that there's Messi here, Josiah and Force, myself, a lot of us will be coming your way with sports, and then we have other channels as well for other contents such as entertainment, political, education, tech and stuff. So just give us that notification button on all social media platforms, especially on YouTube, and then follow us, as we promise to bring you all the up to speed new stuff regarding your world of sports and then other segments. Yeah.
Thank you, Courage, for that beautiful submission. So as you heard, follow, like, share, comment, and let's get interactive on our media sports across all platforms. It has been a great time with you. I am your host, Messi, and this is my co-host, Courage. Catch you some other time.